Hello and welcome back to this series of tutorials on prompt engineering at NYU Langone Health using the NYU Langone Health AI Studio. In the previous video, we discussed several techniques for creating effective prompts, such as providing parameters for our prompt, providing clear notation for introducing quotes and text, as well as providing examples of expected output from a certain type of input, also called few-shot learning. Over here in the system message, I've already copied over a prompt or the beginnings of a prompt to help steer our AI's work. We'll note again, we've got our model set to 3.5. I've actually increased the temperature to 1 because in this case I want a little bit more creativity. We're going to be having our AI system respond to potential patient issues from a hotline for patients calling in. I know I've just left the tokens alone. So we're saying you are an AI message response system, so providing a role for the AI. Analyze the following patient requests, identify the top 10 common issues patients seem to be having. So we're saying there's going to be a parameter to analyze within a specific corpus of text, provide a brief and courteous response to 10 common issues, put results in a table with issue, response, and rationale. So here, thinking back to the first video in this series, we're specifying the output that we're expecting. And it can always be helpful to say include the rationale so we can kind of do some quality check on our end. Again, it's always going to be really important to critically examine the output. And here we begin with our few-shot learning. For example, if a patient says, and I've got my 3 quotation marks to introduce a body of text, "Good morning." We don't need to read through all that right now. Then it ends, "Respond with," and we give an example of text for the AI to provide. So I'm going to jump over, copy over a corpus of text to be analyzed, paste it in, and hit submit. And let it go. So here we can see as I scroll up to the top, we've got our issue, we've got the response that the AI provides, and then the rationale for why it's there. So difficulty receiving a prescription, additional requests for a prescription, tingling hands, and so on going through. So as always, this will entail a certain degree of experimentation to find an optimal prompt. When we have those that we enjoy or we find are especially useful, it's also good to remember they'll be saved in the saved queries. And as always, I want to remind you, feel free to reach out to generative.ai at nyulangone.org with any questions you may have. We'll be happy to try to answer them to the best of our ability and to work with you to achieve success. Also just want to briefly acknowledge the following individuals for helping to create this content and a few brief references, and thank you for your time.